Hi, this is Johnny Bergen with another Chicago Blues guitar lesson. This time we're talking about a subject that's near and dear to my heart, someone who I really miss. His name is Big Smokey Smothers, and he made a wonderful record that I suggest you listen to. If you love Chicago blues, you got to hear this record. It's called Smokey Smothers Sings the Back Porch Blues, recorded in 1962 on King Records in Cincinnati. Also features a guy you might have heard of, Freddie King, playing his butt off. And one thing I love about Freddie King is that he didn't just play in the Peavy style, he played in the chordal style. That kind of thing. Playing in the key of A or playing in the key of E, and then these kind of... you know, that kind of thing, playing in the key of E. So we're going to talk about this great record. Smokey had a musical family. He had a Little Smokey, who was another person who I was pretty mesmerized by. Little Smokey, great guitar player, more in the Albert King, Little Milton, Bobby King style, but just a fabulous guitar player. Made some great records, including one with Elvin Bishop, Lester Davenport, great harp player, and Lee Shot Williams, who was a unique and very cool singer. Anyway, let's talk about a little bit of his music. This is going to be kind of hard to talk about because the record is sort of all about the textures and the interplay. It's not about first you do this, then you do this, then you do this. It's a real earthy ensemble playing. And then you got Fred Jordan in there too with some very savvy chords and bass lines. So I'm going to try to blend some things together. Most of the record's in the key of A. And by the key of A, I don't mean this. I mean this. That's like like kind of like You're Gonna Be Sorry. That's one of the songs on the record. So the key of A in terms of like Ludella by Jimmy Rogers, Bad Boy by Eddie Taylor, and all that stuff. And that's something that I really think you should take the time out and learn. It's going to put a lot of body and depth into blues playing. And if you play Chicago blues, you have to be able to do that. It's just really important. All right, now that I've talked about how important the key of A is, let's use an example. I've been drinking muddy water, and this is a fast shuffle. I'm going to do a bit of Freddie King's intro, not totally note for note, but the key parts are in place in the right places, and it's kind of like Ludella on steroids. And except it has this kind of swinging thing with that kind of beat that Philip Paul always played. You know, it kind of swings through it. So let's try it, okay? It starts out just like Ludella does too, doesn't it? On the 11th and 13th fret. And by the way, it's tuned down a half step on the record, but I'm in standard tuning here, so okay. 2, 3, 4. to see, hopefully, some of the blend, and even the blend of the two different attacks. I mean, if you put this together with, you know, this, you know, and then you got to get these pings, you know, you've got the, that's in Hello Little Schoolgirl. Hello Little Schoolgirl. Notice how he used the high A note here in the 5th fret of the E string over the 4 as well. And you can put that in this song here, Drinking Muddy Water. So the key is just what was in Ludella, right? If you can do that, you're halfway to this song. So, and then he goes, that kind of thing, which is out of a D chord up here. That's the top part of a D chord, right? 7th and 5th on the B and E strings. So you got that, but I'm going to go back to the Smokey thing. So imagine you had this going on, and you play that kind of thing. And Smokey even does this at one point, which is the same lick that he played in Can't Judge Nobody. Or that maybe Freddie played that one, but it's in there. You go like this. So you got to answer with that kind of thing. And I love this part. Like you'll see that. And this one goes, or something like that. It's just great. You can even lump this on the chord. So I was trying to get more of Smokey's feel, but of course I'm mixing up the two parts because they're just totally mixed up in my head. That's why you really got to use headphones, and you know, good luck with that one. It's a really fun one. Let's talk a bit about, I'm going to try to do the same exercise with Rock Little Girl, because, or Come On Rock Little Girl, because that's an E. I'm going to start with Smokey's part. So I'm going to get bass here for Smokey's part. Use this pickup. Back off a little bit. 3. Smokey solo. Yeah. Sorry, do it there. Something like that. Yeah. I'm getting to it. Here we go. See how great it is to have two lumps? This is what I live for, man. Now, as the song goes on, Freddie gets a little more aggressive. He does this hideaway lick, you know. I tried to put the two parts together a little bit and the two approaches together. As you can see, Freddie got a little more involved in it as it went along. But I'm going to show you the special chord that Smokey did, which is like this. This is the same chord that's in Last Night. And if your middle finger is on the 6th fret of the D string, and then your third finger is on the 7th fret of the G string, that's kind of the middle of a 9th chord, isn't it? But you got to use these two fingers. First finger's on the B string, 5th fret, and your pinky is on the 7th fret of the E string. Now, that is the chord. Notice how you walk, 7, 6, 5. It's just like this. That kind of thing. You know what I'm saying. Right? Ludella all over again, right? Then he just goes back here, and then he starts playing all the stuff that's kind of in I'm in the Mood for Love by John Lee Hooker, like this kind of thing. He walks up into the 2nd fret of the B string for the change, because we're at an A7, so I'll go over that real slow. Everything's on the 3rd and 2nd frets of your E, B, and G strings. It's a lot like You're the One by Jimmy Rogers. That's just how they played the blues, and I love it. So that's his solo. That's his big fancy solo. He ain't fancy, but he has soul, and it just it comes together in such a nice way. And then he does something really cool, and I would see him do stuff like this often. That's just cool. On the 5, he's playing the 7th and the 5th fret, okay? So it's like behind your B bar chord, right? And then one time he does this. Then on the other time he does this. That's him getting, he's like way up here now, you know. This is kind of the climax of his solo here. You can use your thumb and sort of bop along on the root if you want, the A note, A string. This is kind of, it's just like Sweet Home Chicago, except it's in a different place. It's over the 4 before it resolves to the 1. And then the Muddy Waters turn around. It's that E7th shape moved all the way up. So I understand I'm going a little bit fast here. You might even recognize this. From Hideaway, right? They could really play the heck out of the key of E too. A lot to do here. But just remember, these little runs are your friends. That kind of thing. I like that. Or if you were an A. Yeah. You know, so many of his songs are so great, and people still do those songs, including yours truly. You know, his songs have really stuck around. And this lesson is, I mean, I think I could go on for a week about all the guitar playing and how it blends together, but I hope I gave you a little example. I'll do one more real quick one. I'm going to do a slow blues in A. You're going to be sorry, and just get the intro real quick, okay? It's just like drinking muddy water, but slow, right? 2, 3. Now let's try it again. I'm good at turning the looper on, but not always good at turning the looper off, which is another critical part of using a looper. Anyway, I'll always miss Big Smokey. I hope that some of you will leave some stories or memories of him, because I know a lot of you have them. I'm friends with some folks in Smokey's family. Cuna for Crystal, shout out, and also Emma, shout out to you guys, and friends with a lot of people who played with him over years and who made some great records with him. The Ice Cream Man, Dave Allman, Steve Cushing, Scott Dirks, made a heck of a record with, and Illinois Slim made a heck of a record with Smokey called Got My Eyes on You. As I said, this lesson could take like a week, but check that record out, Got My Eyes on You, with those guys I mentioned. And thanks for watching. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you next time. Bye-bye.